Welcome to Chax Breakers.
Got started.
It's me, Dorko for you, and that's chuckling Megafire.
This is already a downward incline into madness.
I would like to just start this episode off by
That's best
putting
to do.
a disclaimer that Megafire is completely and totally drunk.
Oh my god, would you go away? I'm not drunk.
And also we have the fourth guy, Darn Chimney.
Me. Wait, what?
Oh, my bad, you're the other
He's
one.
a chimney.
I'm the other one.
Are you?
He's
I
the
think
less
so.
cool darn chimney.
We got a real deal game programmer with us.
I'm insulted.
Do you
I don't
know?
know if This
Okay,
interview's
fine.
over.
We got a real deal indie programmer with us.
No, not that part. That part was good.
Oh, okay.
Real deal baseball over here. Space
I love
Yoshi
it.
X is the thing. He
Nobody
makes
calls me
video
that.
games.
What,
I call you that every once in a while.
Whoever calls me that.
I love
Me?
your work on video games, so I had a real pleasure playing Ice Steven. It's your best work.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed Harvest.
That's a lie, nobody enjoyed it.
I kind of
Yeah,
love
this-
Harvest. Well, I like the idea of Harvest.
Yeah, when you're playing Kirby 64!
Anyway,
Seriously,
Well-
this is the guy that made Vista Quest Pocket, which got really popular somehow. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Some guy streamed it.
yeah.
One day someone found a game, and now it's like LP'd on YouTube and shit.
No,
I think Mandew
it was
recommended
Mandew.
Yeah, I remember I actually joked on it. I joked about it before, probably on another episode. It was like, Mandew held him at gunpoint or something.
No, he just shoved his turnips down the guy's throat until he
Radishes.
played the game. His radishes,
I
sorry.
don't think it was nearly that violent.
No, he was. You don't know Mandew.
Hey, that's not violence. That's just normal Canadian culture.
Yeah.
It's true. I've been to Vancouver.
I don't think they have radishes in Vancouver.
They have everything.
They have Canadian radishes.
I'm pretty sure Canadian radishes are like a code word for hobos.
I don't
You're
think
just
that's-
dumb.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you.
Yes. So, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I really enjoyed Vista Quest 2.
Same.
It was
Re-
pretty good, yeah.
Get out, Megafire. You're not wanted here.
What? What? I said I liked it.
How dare you like the same game they like?
Oh my god. Fine. You know what? I hate you all. Alright.
I love you.
No, you don't. You
No
betrayed
homo.
my trust.
I gotta admit, thinking about it, I think I've always ignored the first Vista Quest. I think I like Vista Quest more than the Mandew games, but hopefully that's changing with the new one.
Hopefully.
Which is what the point of this discussion was supposed to be. The new one! Upside
one.
down machine.
Mandew versus the Upside Down Machine.
Mandew versus me just flipping the view upside down.
I enjoy its alternate title, Mandew versus the pause screen.
That was a pretty good game.
Mandew versus the flipping
Is
tiles.
the whole game just upside down?
Yeah.
Yes.
That won't get old.
Yes.
No.
I really like where you're going with the graphical style of this. I really, really enjoy it.
like
well-
the sprites.
It has color!
It
Well, that
doesn't
too.
even have color.
Yeah, fuck
I
that
don't know
no
what
color
you
shit.
And the fact that you're breaking that Game Boy streak. That's nice.
That was like the only Game Boy game.
Well-
no, you made two of them. Remember?
Yeah, pocket and colorless curse.
Well, Pocket was originally,
With the
Oh,
men talk.
but it ended up looking like a Game Boy Color game.
yes.
You bring me on this podcast,
To interrupt
try and
you,
talk
that's
about
the
the
whole-
game.
that's the
and
whole
there you
point.
go again. What's the
It's-
point?
To interrupt you.
Megafire's a chatterbox, so stop you.
Yes.
We're
sorry.
Great.
You should have listened to the disclaimer at the front.
Is there a disclaimer?
Yes.
I didn't read a disclaimer.
Jesus shit. That disclaimer is wrong.
So, Mandew versus the Upside Down Machine. How long have you been working on it?
Only a few months actually. We started in like March, I want to say.
It was around March, yeah.
Yeah, March or April. It wasn't too long. I've pretty much working on it nonstop since it started, and it's almost done.
It's pretty
Yep.
nice.
Hey,
I remember you showed me like the something you had from like an older version or something. I was like, "This is so beautiful. I wish it existed." And now it's almost here.
And now
It
it's
wasn't the
almost
reflective
happening.
one? The reflective lake thing?
Yeah, the reflective lake. Well, yeah, Upside Down Machine was originally going to be released before Colorless Curse. Like it was going to go. I started it like right after Forever Rain, but unfortunately, interest waned, and by that I mean Mandew stopped spriting, and it just kind of died. And I was like, no, I want to make a Mandew game without Mandew, and then I made Color Squares. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm making a game.
You could have made a new original character and just got Dan to sprite for you or something.
I could have made a new original character, but that's difficult and hard.
At least you're
I
doing
got
that with other stuff.
Oh yeah, there's always stuff. I'm always working on stuff. I always have lots of characters I'm always making all the time. But a lot of times the game, if it doesn't feel very fun, I won't put more effort into it than required. I'll drop it and I'll go back to working on what I'm currently working on.
What type of projects have you dropped before? I know you dropped that Mega Man one once.
Mega Man 1, Mega Man. I'm trying to think. Mega
It
Man
was like
1.
Mega Man and some original character.
Mega Man, some original character.
I don't think
a
I.
long ass time ago.
Man, that one might be too long because I don't remember.
I remember you had a live stream where you were going through all your old projects, and that's the only one that sticks out to me.
Oh, Blade Hero. That's what you're talking about. It was kind of like Mega Man Zero, right? Like you had the dash.
No.
No.
No, it was just flat out Mega Man. Mega Man and original character name I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to look at my old projects. I'm gonna see what you're talking about because that does not ring a bell.
I swear to God, that was a thing.
Did you
I
do a
don't
Kirby
remember
one?
anything.
I thought you did a Kirby one, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, I had a Toho Kirby game. It was like Toho, but you played like Kirby. That was actually one of the first games I tried to do in Game Boy style, and a lot of things that's where I kind of figured out. I want to say figured out because Game Boy style isn't exactly difficult.
I remember that I really liked those sprites that I saw.
They were very nice.
And the colorless test was a huge step down.
Jeez,
Yeah.
it's.
I like colors.
Colors curse so much. It's so nice. Like, okay, it's black and white, but
I like colorless cursive sprites.
I just
Eh.
don't.
I don't
the
either.
art style is okay. You guys don't like it because it's black and white.
That's part of it.
If you gave
Yeah,
it like
it's
a
not the
little
full
orange
reason.
here and there, it would be perfect. 10 out of 10. As of right now, it's a 9.9 out of 10.
Should have made it green and black, just like
If you
them
was the
Kirby's.
first boss, it would
True.
be a 10 out of 10.
I'm looking through it, like all my old failed projects, and I have nothing that has Mega Man in it.
Huh.
Master Godzilla's just fantasizing his own game.
You might have deleted it or something because it was a live stream and you might have done it live or something. I don't know.
No, I keep all my, if any
did
game
have
that's not
something that was Mega Man. Or...
Pretty sure it's the Blade thing.
Blade Hero is the
Blade
only
Hero.
game I have that would resemble Mega Man.
Is that the one where it's your little space Yoshi with a sword? Or is that
No,
I think you're thinking of something else.
that's the original Chax from 2006.
So,
Oh geez, I put that on YouTube. That's
yeah,
Go
that's
back
right.
to the past.
Oh, my really, really old games. Okay, that may have been, if I showed one of my really old games, like, on YouTube, because I have a couple of videos of, like, super old games.
Yeah.
And, those are actually all completed, but I'm not gonna release those ever. That might have been a YouTube video at one point.
Good call.
But I don't, I'm not gonna look through those. It's like 40 of those. It'll take like 50 years. It'll take like 9 forevers. I have a cat game. When did this
I
happen?
did some voice acting for one of your games once.
You did. You're in Upside Down Machine as well, actually.
You know, it's interesting. We got Master Godzilla, Megafire in there. I think they're the first two bosses in the Upside Down Machine, right?
Master Godzilla is the first boss.
Yeah.
And Megafire is the third boss.
Alright.
They're the only two bosses in the game that are directly linked to the story. Aside from the final boss, of course.
Everybody else is kind of
They were the only ones shown in that little manual yours.
Yeah, they're the only ones you see in the manual. The bosses,
Yeah.
World 2 and 4, 2, 4, and 5 are secret.
wait, I mean, like, why would you put every boss in the manual? It's kind of like
Yeah,
a...
I'm not gonna
close-
Skip the second boss and show the third.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, again, they're story related, so...
Okay.
maybe you'll expect him as the second boss, though it actually tells you in the manual that he's the third boss. If you
Yeah.
read through Worlds.
It
But
says,
the
like,
manual-
in the jungle, like, Megafire's been lurking around here. I'm like, okay. Well, now we know.
Well, if you guys need any tips on how to fight Mandew, I could give you some with my jumping around. I guess there were 6, but I like the way I was in my shell.
You were pretty good. Actually, the funny thing about that, you were a really hard boss when the first version of you in Forever Rain. You got nerfed a ton.
This makes me happy inside.
You were like
Too
ridiculous.
OP.
People were like, "Fuck, he's so hard." I had to fix it.
I mean, that's so funny. I don't think I experienced that. It would have been
I
funny
tried
if I
to-
did. That I was just raging at myself.
When we were developing the game, I tried to, like, not play the bosses just so I can experience it the full way. I would just skip it through trial mode.
Oh, you gotta play the bosses.
Huh?
You gotta play the bosses. That's the point of beta testing.
No, well, I wasn't beta testing. I was just playing through it as. I mean, I was testing the levels.
That's beta. That's testing. That's beta
I
testing.
guess.
Your logic is boss.
It wasn't even beta. Fucking hell! You just gave me the file and you're like, "Here's the demo." I was like, "Cool."
Oh, okay, never.
Well, no, it was
just
when we were developing the thing and we were like almost done, sort of, but we were kind of like staggering along.
Working.
Yeah. So
we had some developmental difficulties for a little while, but we got through it.
we tanked through it. But like it was one of those points where it was kind of like a limbo of. I think you were working on 4 Witches during that time, so you just kind of like gave me and Mandew a I don't know, progress support type build, and we played through it. I just skipped all the bosses. That I think the bosses that were available were World 1 and 2, and I played through the I did Master Godzilla's boss battle, but I didn't play through the second. Or I looked at the attacks, and that was it, because I thought I might as well see what this character does. But yeah, I enjoy. I think you'll like the game. I enjoyed the levels; they were cool.
There's definitely a lot more going on in the levels than in previous games.
That's right. Just agreeing.
Yeah, sorry. I just kind of started that sentence and then stopped. I'm really good at this whole speaking thing.
I like. Well, I don't know. I remember I wanted a lot more to go on, like after levels, like in between them.
Yeah, like cutscenes and stuff.
Kind of cutscenes, more or less, just like I guess you would call them cutscenes, kind of like they did in Sonic 2.
There are a couple.
There are a couple, yeah, there are a couple like that, but
there are a couple cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly near the end of the game. You get one after the 4th boss, and you'll get one, and you get a couple in the final world. Just because the way the levels are related, it's a lot less. It makes a lot less sense. So I put it. So I put some cutscenes. Plus, you're getting near the end, so you got that far. So I reward you with some story.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the beginning of the game, it's mostly the adventure. You're getting to your destination. Now that you're at your destination, the story begins to unfold.
Yep, that's right. Mm-hmm.
That's why all the cutscenes are. And the same thing happened with Colorless Curse.
Honestly, the only cutscene based stuff was like when it was related directly to like the final section of the game. Like, I mean, for example, like Master Godzilla and me. Well, I guess more or less related to our level. It was actually, now that I think about it, when I was taking into account, like when I was designing like the way that level 3 was going to work, I was always keeping in mind, like, how do I make it so that it kind of ties in with the final section of the game? Which is why it's like jungle, but then there's also that kind of like starting to see like creep into like this military type setting, which I thought made like a lot more sense when you kind of like looked at it. Like, yeah, you have this adventure part, you're getting to your destination, but like you're starting to see glimpses of your finale over here. And then the same with World 1 with the Master Godzilla's airship. That one was okay. But when I thought of that one, I was like, blatantly, this should be Sonic 3, because I really like the flying battery zone like cutscene. That was really like, I thought that was like spot on. Like when I thought about like the design they put into that, I was like, shit, that's like you're going through this natural, like, beautiful forest. There's some Eggman bots here and there, and then like right near the end, like it hits you like there's Eggman's flying fortress. His flying battery, like that's not even his fortress. That's just like a battery for his fortress. I thought that was really cool. And the same.
I don't think it was a literal battery.
It was like a fueling thing for.
I gotta admit that
the Death Egg. I think.
Regardless of all my frustration in playing those Sonic games, the flying ship itself running through that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like that flying ship. That was a good flying ship.
That's like I like the SYX modified the battleship in UDM2. That was nice. The little flamethrowers.
Well, the flamethrowers, that would be kind of cool. I took those from Colorless Curse.
Yeah.
Those are from, yeah. You know what? Actually, Colorless Curse, there is not a lot in Upside Down Machine that's influenced by Colorless Curse. Like the Rabbit power up doesn't appear again. Fast Food power up doesn't appear again. Instead you're getting the Courier power up, which basically you're a mailman. You can throw these really fast letter projectiles.
Which is actually a pretty cool power up. I'm pretty sure when we were thinking about what this power up should be, somebody I don't remember who it was. Either it was Moon or Mandew who threw out this like joke idea of having a mailman because of Mandew's old bios for his like RPs or something, and then it became a thing. So there you go, development at its finest.
That was actually, I believe, Mandew's idea. What it actually stemmed from, and it stemmed more from the instruction manual of the first game, because I made a joke that he was a mailman, and it was a complete coincidence that was his old bio, RP bio, that he was a mailman.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
That's an amazing coincidence.
So yeah, we were like, you know what? Mailman was originally going to be a power-up in the original Upside Down machine.
Huh.
Yeah.
How many jobs does Mandew have?
Well, he only has one right now. Well, maybe two.
You listed him as a mailman, as a farmer.
Well, he's a farmer. First and foremost, he's a farmer in the games. At one point, like in the first game's instruction manual, it mentions that at one point he was a mailman, and now he's kind of just an adventurer.
Was he also a fry chef at some point?
No, that's just
cooking is his hobby or something like that.
Yeah,
he's just really good at fast food.
He's really fast with that food.
Yep.
I think I really like the concept of having when we were thinking about cameos appearing in the background of the game, Bob and Moon basically came up all the time just because it's just so like nice to put them in the background. They're just kind of like supposed to be like, you know, you're going out to adventure for them, and then it's like, where are those guys? You know, the ones who kind of need my help, and then like they just kind of appear in the background, just lounging about. And I thought that was pretty silly.
Yeah, they do that in the first level. But though Moon, he does actually join you. Well, technically they're there the entire time. Like you'll see Bob at the end of a lot of levels.
Yeah.
He has a chance of appearing in almost every level during story mode. He does do a few things in the background for you. Moon, on the other hand, you actually play as Moon in a few levels. You'll see him for the first time in World 2, and then you'll see him a couple more times throughout the game.
So it's not like
Sorry, go ahead.
It's not like the Toon MG cameo in the Forever Rain where he just sort of watches.
Yeah, there are definitely those. Yeah,
That was a thing.
That was a thing?
Wait, what the hell am I saying? That was Ouija.
Hey, so who's drunk? What's disclaimer? I think it's Master Godzilla. First Mega Man, now Toon MG.
You do actually return to Salsa in Upside Down Machine, because obviously the story is that you're going to Salsa. So so there is actually one level where it's basically the rooftop world from Forever Rain. So keep an eye out for Luigi, because he's totally back.
Oh, the details are flooding back to me.
One of those posters was a lie. It never happened.
Hey, it's not out yet.
Also, think of the
I meant Forever Rain.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Forever Rain's not out?
No, Vista Quest 3 is not out yet. It can still happen in space.
It could.
It will happen in space.
It will, but will it cross over with that other certain game?
I don't think that was supposed to be a thing that happened.
I think your idea has been rejected.
No, MG, I don't think that it'll cross over with Star Fox.
Oh, you're talking about that game that is not even in development yet. Don't worry about that. There'll be tons of cameos and silly things like that. It'll happen.
Eventually.
It'll eventually happen.
I feel like Master Godzilla's creating the next Star Wars.
One video game at a time.
We're creating the next Avengers. That's what we're doing.
Oh no, that's terrible.
We're gonna have a big Avengers crossover. It's gonna be
that would be
a card game.
amazing.
It's just gonna be a card game.
Just like my picture.
Yeah.
The Avengers and Master Godzilla game trading card game.
I wish.
Yeah.
Also, on the topic of like playing as Moon and stuff in Upside Down Machine, it's kind of like think of Kirby 64.
I would think more. I was gonna say it actually kind of weirds me out. Like, well, I mean, it works fine, but it's just the whole fact that you jump into a box and you just
Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island.
Oh, that's true. You just jump into a box and turn into Moon. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Moon was waiting in that box for days.
Well, the reason actually it was going to be really like a tag system. Like you would go to Moon and he would start playing and Mandew would wait. But then the problem came across is, how does Mandew magically teleport to the other side of the stage? And also, Mandew wasn't really doing sprites at the time, so I was like, it's easier just to do this. And then I'm in a box.
The same way Sonic does in 06. He just appears.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of silly.
That level.
So it's an animal, buddy. It's been said.
I do have one
question.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little weird, but it's like it's based on like old games, so it's not super out there. You see a box with Moon's face on it, you turn to Moon. Unfortunately, you don't get to play as Bob. Moon is the only transformation in the game.
I think it's for the best.
Now, Bob wouldn't really offer. You do actually get to. I'm sorry, you do play as Bob, sort of.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it. It's cool.
You don't turn into Bob.
And Megafire kind of confused me when he I don't know if confusion is the right word, but he said Kirby 64 with like Moon. I was like, I was wondering if that's what Bob was more like. But
oh no, they both
no,
have.
no.
They both have those kind of roles. Like you do see Moon for more than just being turned into an animal buddy. Yeah, they appear in other ways.
Every time he plays him, does Devil May Slide start blaring?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Due to technological constraints, I couldn't do that. I'm joking. It would just kind of be obnoxious.
Every time it plays, it just kind of the game crashes.
Is there like a whole level where you just play Moon through the entire thing, or there's rambles everywhere or some nonsense?
I could do that for you, Darko.
I'm actually trying to make fun of Donkey Kong Country.
Like that animatic stage.
Like, I rage at those levels where it's like you have to play the snake for the entire level. It's like I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, Moon sections are never more than like half the level.
What a relief!
It's mostly that.
They're not jetpack levels from Vista Quest, right?
Oh no, they're way better than that.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man.
There aren't even any brambles.
That was the my least favorite part of Vista Quest 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. The
brambles are obsolete.
Well, my least favorite part was something else, but
we weren't going to talk about that.
I actually didn't really have that much of a problem with brambles. I guess I'd say that the yellow brambles I don't really like at all, but that's only because
they're ugly.
It was just kind of strainful in my eyes.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're talking about. They were bad.
But I mean, if it was green, like I don't know if I actually hate this that much. Like it's annoying, but I don't know. I still like going through it.
They're stressful.
It's not terrible.
It's just stressful because like basically everything can kill you. But I don't make the bramble levels that difficult. You just gotta if you're good at controlling the Vista Man's. I'm trying to think what's his name.
Mandew.
Don't you even start with me.
Didn't we agree a long time ago that it was just going to be Purple Guy?
Yeah, well, that was his original name.
Purple Guy?
Chax Breakers. He has like a ton of names.
But if he's ever playable in a video game crossover fighter, then he should just, if you select him, it should just be Vista Quest Guy.
No, just Vista Quest, like,
exactly.
As a tribute to Duck Hunt.
Vista Quest sister.
Well, no, she has a actual title. She'd be the Dark Witch.
Dark Witch from Vista Quest.
No.
Dark Witch, sister of Vista Quest.
Dark Witch from the Vista Quest series.
You gotta differentiate them from the other 4 witches.
Well, no, they have actual names.
Oh, alright.
The 4 witches actually have names, and if they were in some kind of character select screen, their names would be clearly visible. Yeah, they do have canon names, yeah. Not like Waluigi. Waluigi's never a playable character.
Oh,
no matter how hard he tries.
There should be like a Waluigi select, but when you click it, it just kind of breaks the game.
Maybe on the pirated version.
Waluigi finally playable in Chat Smash Bros.
He'll never
except no, you click on him and you click start and the game just closes instead.
That was his final smash. Delete the game.
Yeah.
Waluigi time, and then it just closes.
Replaces all your desktop icons with Waluigi doing Bob pose.
Jesus Christ, that Trojan.
When does that start?
Just making me think of how Brawl in the Family could make like the saddest endings of Waluigi. We're like, no. Because like there's the older one with like he just celebrates his birthday all alone. He's just crying, and then there's the later one where they just trap him in his trophy. He's like, Waluigi time is over. I'm like, oh, why?
Oh my god, that what?
Why?
Literally crying.
Saddest webcomic.
Poor Waluigi.
So sad.
That's how UDM ends.
Yeah, Waluigi.
Waluigi's trapped as an assistant.
So, I know you got some other help besides Mandew. Who else helped you with the sprites?
Upside Down Machine, the backgrounds, tile sets, most of that stuff, that's all me. Mandew did pretty much all the enemies. Dan did a couple sprites. He actually did
HD Owl appears again.
Hey, whoa, don't make fun of the HD Owl. The HD Owl was awesome. I fucking love that sprite. No, he did his own cameo, because Dan does cameo in one of the levels. Aside from that, it's pretty much Mandew and I have done most of the graphics. Aside from some billboards. Like, we had a thing on the forum where like, hey, you guys want to make some billboards? And Chad did that, and now there's some people's billboards are in the game.
I'm just thinking, it'd be pretty funny if it was like a rule that if a character was in it, the person would have to make the sprite.
I don't think that Any sane person would make that rule. I've seen some of you guys make swords.
And then
You have to get a magnifying glass to see mine.
MD would be too tiny.
Like an empty boss
what is
fight.
this?
It's
A
like
cameo
stepping-
for ants?
Yeah, it's just like stepping on an ant. Boss fight.
It's like you try to jump on him, but he's so tiny you can't hit him.
But
Boss
you don't do it
starts-
fast enough. He just like lobs a big grenade at you or something.
You just collide with him and he dies. They'll have like 3 HP bars and they'll all drain at once.
Yes. Or he has a shrink ray that makes a Mandew sprite that small too.
And then you have to fight in your tiny. Oh man, I couldn't even see that. My eyes are terrible. Why would you do this to me?
You've killed 6. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is this?
I can't beat
A
the game.
game for pixels?
It's like a 1D universe.
Yes.
Oh, fuck that. No. You just play as like a cube, which is Mandew. And then the other cube is MG.
Mandew
My
versus
friend made
the
a
Commodore
1D game
64.
Yeah. Versus the Atari.
Yes. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh.
My friend made a 1D game once where it was just like a line. It was like a game resolution of like 640 by 1, and you were a pixel and you moved left and right. That was it. That was the game.
That is a beautiful game.
It was amazing. It was the game of the year.
Yes.
It was a pretty good game.
Yes.
Take a word
You
for it.
did good.
You know. Yeah, UDM's pretty much done. I was actually programming the final boss as this podcast started, so obviously I stopped that for now just to focus on the podcast. If not tomorrow, Sunday at the very least.
Oh, snap.
There's not a lot left.
And then since we leaked all this information through the podcast, 6 is going to delay it.
But the game will be out before all this information is even on the internet. I mean, I could talk about the fully released game. I mean, we got your editing track record. This won't be out for another month. I'm sure everyone will beat the game by then.
That's not true. Dorko's pretty diligent.
Depends.
It'll be out in 2
When
weeks.
he's feeling like it.
Well, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Just when I'm feeling like it, I can be.
Oh. Wow.
I know you guys.
One of these days it'll come out.
One day.
Yes.
One day. No. It's pretty much done. I did final boss, the credits, set up scoreboards with this website,
Yeah.
put it on the website.
He made the final boss game again.
I think that's the only game you've made that I haven't played, 6.
Really?
Final
Final
boss.
It's alright.
I haven't played Final Boss.
It's okay.
It's just a little mini game. Like it took me like a day and a half to make.
And
There's not a lot to it.
as much as I'm looking forward to a game down,
Are you talking about For Witches RPG?
yes, I don't know if I'll get far in that. I'm not good at RPGs.
It's pretty freaking casual. Like I'm taking a lot of mechanics from. Can I talk about For Witches? Like, am I allowed to do that?
Yes,
It's okay.
Well, maybe just write up a quick question to Moon over there.
Well, no, I'm not gonna spoil the story or anything. Maybe get a little bit, but like gameplay wise, I mean, it's not a huge secret. Like it's an RPG. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of mechanics are taken from Super Mario RPG, so it's pretty casual. Like if your
You're gonna have
character
to,
dies,
Or
sorry.
like, the not quick time events, the time hits.
Timed hits. Right now in the game, they're not. It's actually it looks more like Earthbound in perspective, but we're actually looking into making totally redoing the battle engine, where it will actually have timed hits. It'll be kind of closer to Paper Mario, like the 2D perspective. Timed hits.
Is this because that sprite Bob did?
Exactly that.
I
That
knew.
one sprite just triggered
Power
everything.
of
I
Bob.
know that thing was amazing.
It was
Was
really
that
nice.
was that sprite made completely with Bob, or was that like
Bob
one of the
made- Bob made
existing
that.
sprites?
No, Bob made that.
Yeah,
Bob
he
just-
just
Bob.
whipped that up in like 1 day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it
Shit,
for-
Bob should make like all of them.
No, I can't give. No, Moon sprites are good too. Like Moon, I've seen some. of the
How would Moon feel if he was just replaced by Bob?
Well, it is Bob, so I'm sure he would understand. But
Oh, damn it, you're not my pro anymore.
I don't think he'd go that far.
Bob would just make the battle sprites, and that's it.
well, I thought about maybe asking Dan, because Dan has actually been helping us with a lot of the sprites. Unlike Upside Down Machine, For Witches RPG is this development is so much smoother. It is on a little bit of a break right now. From a programming standpoint, just because I really buckled down on Upside Down Machine the last month or so. Once that's out of the way, I'm going to go back into For Witches full swing, because we worked on the game for about a year now, and most of the mechanics are pretty much set in stone. It's just a matter of building the story.
What about War Girl?
War Girl is kind of on hiatus. I really want to finish it, and it's close, but I'm not going to. I'm putting more effort into Upside Down Machine and For Witches at the moment, because those are showing more promise. Like Upside Down Machine is really nice looking, and it does have and I don't have to worry about the soundtrack. Like I'm still waiting on a few songs.
Is that the big holdback?
Yeah, it's mostly the soundtrack.
What is she?
But it's almost done, yeah.
Almost done. It'll probably be a little while. I'm hoping it doesn't stagnate. I would really be unfortunate if War Girl got cancelled. Because if I don't go back to a game after a certain amount of time, it just becomes too old. Like even right now, War Girl's engine and just the way I put the game together, it's archaic.
Oh no.
And it becomes harder to keep working on the game because it's so much different than, and also it's like even like Upside Down Machine just puts War Girl to shame just in how the game looks, and it's hard. And it kind of sucks when you release such a nice looking game, and then your next game is kind of like, oh, it's not as nice.
Isn't it because you were the only one spriting for that?
Yeah, I was the only one who did any sprites for War Girl.
Well, yeah, that's why. I mean, your tile sets are fun. Yeah, your tile sets are pretty nice looking, but your spriting isn't as good as Mandew's. Not to say like.
No, Mandew does do a lot of spriting. Like I don't really enjoy spriting that much. I mean, I do it because I like making video games, and I have to make sprites in order to make video games. So that's like the only reason I ever learned how to sprite as well as I have.
Hey, that's where you have a sprite, whatever. Open up a sprite, put little squares in there, you go.
Feel good, just done. That's why I like doing, like, that's why I did, like, Colors Curves and VistaQuest Pocket. Those are graphic styles I'm a lot better at, a lot more accustomed to. Yeah, I know, thank you.
Oh, Pocket.
Oh, you know, the typical stereotype of indie video games is to purposely do NES or Game Boy because they can't do graphics.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm totally that kind of person.
Yeah.
Like War Girl, I tried to make it as nice as I could, but even compared to like the kind of, like as well as I can sprite now, like I don't really like the art style of War Girl that much.
I think it's fine. It's kind of like your good old classic arcade 2D or side-scrolling shooter.
Like, since the last demo, I did fix the running animation, so it's not so shit anymore. I also sped her up, so she's a lot faster. Like, she's really kind of slow. I don't remember if the demo had her with her original speed, but she used to be kind of slow. So I need
the file was fucked up for me, so everything was laggy.
Oh yeah, I fixed that as well. War Girl ran a much older sound and controller system, which was dumb. And now I have new things, and they are better, and they fix all the problems.
Good.
Sweet.
So Upside Down, so you're gonna have no problem with Upside Down Machine. If you even go back to like VistaQuest Pocket, even as far back as Forever Rain, I've updated those games and implemented the new engines, so those games won't have that problem either.
Huh.
So anyone who had problems with the game lagging or crashing, unless their computer is really old and shit like Mandew's, you should be fine.
Yeah, well, I had problems with the sound stuff, so.
Well, that was the original sound engine. It just crashed because it was shit. It even crashed for me sometimes. So I got a new engine. It works better and it's great.
Yeah, I just really want to throw out there that I hope War Girl's finished because I was looking forward to it.
I would love to finish it. It just if it takes too long, by then I'll just I mean it'll be unfortunate. I might actually just reboot War Girl, which would of course reset it pretty much, but it would come out as a much nicer game, like Upside Down Machine. Like the original.
Well, you could just do a sequel for it too. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like you're gonna grind out things. I'm just saying, like, you've already got a good thing going with the first one, and then it'd give you a good like thing, like a checkpoint to like better yourself in.
There's an awkward,
look at it this way.
Words, but I think he has a point.
Yeah, look at it this way. If let's say VistaQuest 2 was the original VistaQuest, wouldn't that be? I don't know how I want to put it. It'd be really nice if the first game was really good and not kind of bad, and then the sequel had to be better. I would like the original game to be the one that's really nice, especially something like that's what kind of what happens with all my original character ideas. Like a lot of games, I don't think they're as good as they could be, and then I kind of stop them.
That does make sense.
Which is unfortunate.
Yet VistaQuest somehow made it out.
VistaQuest, sometimes they don't have any major delays, and the game can actually be finished before I decide I hate it. Now, looking back now, I totally hate the original VistaQuest. They're like,
I like VistaQuest too.
Oh no, they're adorable, but I guess...
Well, VistaQuest is alright, but...
I have such a silly high standard. I just wish that all my games would be perfect.
Maybe you should do a VistaQuest 2 HD remake.
Actually, funny jokes. Me and Mandew talking about that.
Yeah, I know. He brought up the Forever Rain HD remake, and I was like, I would rather make new games than spend all my time remaking the same 3 games over and over again.
I think that was the thing that he wanted to do.
I would much rather he spend his time making new games than taking my games and starting to remake them and then quitting.
He actually tried to get together some ideas with me, and I kind of like the idea. I don't know if he suggested or if it was me, but making kind of like a level editor or creator for UDM
I would not enjoy that. I don't know what it is with him and level editors.
I think I was the one that suggested it because I thought it would be kind of cool.
I
don't know, like they wouldn't be part of the game. It'd just be like forum members creating their own levels, you know.
I had an idea for a game like that once, but it died because Game Maker Studio corrupted the file.
Oh, know about that. Was it the Beat game or something like that?
No, that was I forgot what was that game called? Sync.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It looked nice, but the problem was that it was too precise, and like if you mess up any of the platforming, like basically it was kind of like a platformy follow the leader rhythm game. And unfortunately, there's not really any good way to make that work.
That actually makes me think of Dust Force, and I had like that exact problem.
Yeah, like,
it makes me think of that one game with the running bit trip hero,
Bit Trip Runner.
Bit Trip Runner, yeah.
Like it was a nice look, but it just didn't. And it was going to be did have the ability to record your own like steps, and then someone else could take the file and try and run it and see how they did. But the problem was it just wasn't a good idea. That's why I stopped it.
There's another
SYX
game.
Is just sitting here thinking, this is not a good idea. Meanwhile, someone else created, designed, and released Dust Force.
And made a lot of money. Congratulations, SYX, your choices.
Oh, it's not money. I don't make games for money.
No, but I've heard good things about Dust Force, so I don't know.
Not
there are
from
people
me.
who like that. Well, Dorko is Dorko.
Dorko has good taste. I'm going to say Dorko has good taste.
Yeah.
There was another level editor game,
For that.
and it worked, except what happened was Game Maker Studio at the time, it actually fixed this problem, but at the time, the way it assigned indexes for objects, it changed based on the order of the objects in the editor, which was like the stupidest thing, and basically it rendered the way I was going to put the game together impossible. And I was already so far into development, I was like, oh, I'm not going to restart everything for this. And I'm like, whatever, Game Maker Studio, you're dumb. And I stopped. And that's why I've been so hesitant to go back into Game Maker Studio, even though it's more optimized for newer operating systems. And I'm eventually going to have to pick it up permanently, because as new operating systems come out, Game Maker 8.1 only gets more and more archaic. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But it did, Game Maker Studio did kill that really awesome level editor game. It wasn't even a game. It was just like make your own levels.
I still want to work on that one game that I pitched to you, like back on Shenanigans.
That was a long time ago.
I still really enjoy it. I was talking about it with Mandew the other day. I really like the concept of having like a tower defense game where you kind of have to explore as well.
Well, you have the same problem as Azure. You have ideas, but you don't put them into a solid concept. And then, like, I even told Azure like a year ago, I'm like, hey, you want to make this game? I'll help you out. I'll do the programming and help you out with the design. You just got to put a solid idea together, and then do the graphics. But she never did that. She started, but she never got back to me with a solid design idea what she wanted to do. So the project never actually took off, which is okay because eventually 4 Witches took place, and that's going to be amazing. Everyone loves 4 Witches.
Sometimes you just get an interesting idea or want to work on something. It doesn't really follow through, but at least it was fun doing it.
It's alright sometimes.
I think more or less the problem for me was that I wanted to do it, and then I was like, I'm kind of hesitant. And then when I actually wanted to do it for real, like I was actually ready to. I have some actually designs. Well, they're not with me anymore. They're like in the trash or something, like ages ago. But the only reason I didn't go through with it completely was because school started to be more serious, and so I just didn't want to commit myself to something that I couldn't. Like with UDM, I totally thought I could multitask it, but there were just some moments in like my school agenda that just like kind of wore me out to the point where I just kind of wanted to relax at home, and I couldn't.
It was unfortunate, but that's alright. I totally understood. Like with your not being there because of school, I totally understood that. So I picked up the slack and I did a design for most of the later levels.
Yeah, well, World 4 and 5 were basically you, and then only did
World 1 and 2 were pretty heavily based on the original Upside Down Machine build, because that's pretty much what was done when we canned it the first time. But World 3 is all you. That's what I want to say.
Well, I totally thought like I did World 1 and 2.
Well, 1 and 2. Like I gave you the Windmill Village idea, and a lot of some parts of the tile set were actually directly taken from the original Upside Down Machine. But yeah,
the Beach Boardwalk was
Beach Boardwalk was you.
Beach Boardwalk was me, and then
the casino.
I don't know. The casino was you. You just said the casino, but I like put in like the stuff inside.
That's gotta be a Mario Party map.
No, the casino. The casino was you. like the carpets and
I'm saying the idea of the casino is I totally had no idea what I wanted to make like a little villa at the end, like a
the casino was
like a resort.
the original Upside Down Machine.
Yeah, I know. I mean I didn't know that back then, but now that you told me now, I dig it. But
Oh yeah, by the way, Megafire is from the original Upside Down Machine.
thanks, SYX. Also, wasn't the ship wasn't part of the original, was it?
No, actually, in the original Upside Down Machine, MG's stage was actually just like a generic castle.
No, I wanted to make it like a windmill fight.
Yeah, that was a bit too technical.
Dude,
Yeah,
I got it. You climb on top of the windmill, and there's a little cutscene where you both stand out, you break through it, and then he barfs on you.
What?
It's Tomorrow Sunshine. I got it.
Yeah, I got it. But like, why?
And then I give you the extra imagery of Master Godzilla barfing on Mandew. You're welcome.
There are actually no castles in Upside Down Machine.
Nope.
I like this.
Except, well, technically, World 4.
World 4 is like one big castle, kind of, but
Yeah, but I mean,
It's a creepy
technically,
castle.
they're. Spoiler alert! Can't say.
yeah, it's like a big castle.
Does it use the music from Castle?
No, it doesn't use the music from Creepy Castle.
They probably would have
It's-
fit, but
It's kind of more like how like Donkey Kong Country 2 had the final world was a castle and there were castle levels. It was like that. I mean, not
I
all
hate
levels.
the concept of castles at the end of the levels of stuff, so I made sure not, like, when SYX told me that there was supposed to be a casino at the end, I was like, good. Like, I just went out of my way to make sure that nothing was, like, at the end, like, the last few levels weren't fucking castles.
and then
I
like
was
SYX just turns it into a casino-themed castle.
I mean, you might as
With
well
ice
say it's like,
physics.
with ice
I'm
physics.
sorry,
yeah.
what? Oh.
The casino has ice physics, the roulette wheels are icy.
I don't know if
Yes.
Megafire had much of a problem with that. I mean, I don't know his feelings on icy physics, but I know he likes
No, I
certain
don't. I
levels.
have a problem with the fact that castles bother me. Like,
Okay.
I'm trying to like. I appreciate older games and how they did that, but like, fuck, guys, it's 2014. Would you fucking stop that shit? Like, think of
Well,
something.
it was 2011, when I did it. So give it a break now.
Yeah. No, I'm not like.
No, yeah.
I'm angry at you for using castles in the first in Forever Rain with like Dorko because it's like fucking like.
Well, that was
okay,
the joke.
you just.
He moved in. His summer home happened to be a castle.
Yeah, I know. I was getting to that, but like, it worked. But I just don't like castles in games. Like games that were like, this is just nostalgia from that. Fuck you.
Well, Vista Quest it plays that extremely straight. Like it's
Well, yeah,
gonna,
but Vista Quest is also like from 2008.
yeah.
six.
Well, even now, even Vista Quest 3 when it comes out, it's gonna have castles. This is how it is.
A castle.
Castles in space!
Castles in space, exactly.
So it's just like a fucking giant castle with. It's like Bowser's castle from Paper Mario.
Color's Curse actually did not have a lot of castles. I believe the World 2 was the only one that ended in a castle.
Colorless Curse was also the first quote-unquote Chax game to have a new original character in it, wasn't it?
Who's the new original character?
Who was? Oh no, I don't know who you're talking about.
The little spark thing. I forget.
T. Well, that was based on Mr. President.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, he
Did
was.
you not realize?
No.
The top hat, the mustache.
No, I never.
No, he's based on the Untamed Legend.
I thought you just had it as like a Wario Land reference, and that was it.
She's brain blasting so hard right now.
The first, mind blown. Upside Down Machine is actually the first one to have an original character as a boss.
Oh snap!
Yeah, two actually.
Huh. What?
Two, yeah. But it's a
What's
secret.
the other one?
It's a secret.
Megafire doesn't even know it's how much of a secret it is.
It's a
Shit.
secret.
Fucking graphics department. Never. They didn't know everything.
It's
No,
Moon's
actually-
evil clone, Nim.
Nim.
I know, like, there's like I think I know. Maybe I know two. I know one for sure, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
one for sure. But there's another one. I don't even know if it really counts as an original character. But whatever, it's not. You guys will see the next day.
Man, you're just made me think about how I got gypped and like other people like get their nice Metal Gear fortresses and an airship and stuff, and I just got a dinky, crappy castle.
You were you were the first boss. When people play Mandew, you're the first boss. You're like the what's a good comparable? You're like the Metal Man of Mandew series. The Bowser.
Now, if I was the Metal Man, I'd be giving an extremely good power up that would break the game.
Well, you were nerfed many times, so
You were. We had to.
Okay, maybe it is a decent comparison. After all.
You are an Upside Down Machine. not as a boss. So you get to see yourself in new good graphics.
I appreciate that.
Well,
I was
that's
just trapped in my imagination. Like I'm never gonna have some cool disco palace or something.
Well, who knows?
Hey,
there
don't sell
might-
yourself short.
There might be more games.
Hey, you just gotta wait for Mandew versus the Commodore 64, okay?
Designed by Master Godzilla.
Yes. Instead of doing Vista Quest Chronicles, I will make that game. It will just be blocks jumping around.
The irony is that in Dorko's next appearance, it's going to be another colorless game.
Wow, don't do that to Dorko.
Just
No,
Quest
there won't be.
Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
There will never be another colorless Mandew game because that would just be silly.
I think you
Mandew
meant there
versus
will never-
semi-transparent colors.
Mandew versus low saturation.
Mandew versus the Saphira. Mandew versus the Saphira filter.
Ooh, sepia game. That's actually a pretty good idea now that I think about it. Old
Can
timey.
you not? Well, like, yeah, Western Mandew. Actually, that's
Old-timey
a great
Western-
idea.
That'd be kind of neat. Like not even the same characters, but just in a different, like in the past. It's all these like old timey Western counterparts of previous characters.
Oh my god, that's so shit, please
Mandew
no.
versus the Noir Mystery.
Actually, that was an idea I had at one point. If I did make enough Mandew games, to instead of making one that would be like like the next one in the series, it would be kind of like a side story, not canon, and you'd have all the you'd have like different counterparts of the characters, in like a different universe, and it would follow a different game's engine. Like instead of being all Mario, like it might be Mega Man or it might be Castlevania.
Mandew
Or
Kart,
something.
Mandew Party, Mandew Golf.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
What? Why not?
Those would be canon.
Why not just go the sneakier route? Just have it follow the descendants or ancestors, I should say.
No. It's Mandew's actually a biological clone. So is Bob and Moon.
They're all clones.
They were part of the lesson
They're all-
that he played.
They're all
Mandew versus the Guns of the Patriots.
Mandew versus Sins of the Father.
Took time to draw a picture of Metal Gear scenario with Mario, Vista Quest guy, Mandew.
Hey, you can't do that. I'm the original Metal Gear within the Mandew series.
You should replace him with an actual.
No, you
Metal
see, I was making a joke about those two being Mario clones.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck.
Come on, well, Vista Quest is not a Mario clone.
It's a platformer.
It's
In
just a
Dorker's
generic
mind, it's all
platformer.
Mario.
I was just making a joke. I don't really believe it.
Now I'm sad. You've hurt my feelings.
I thought those warp pipes are pretty suspicious.
Yeah, those warp pipes are totally suspicious.
Mandew versus the Fan of Pain.
Ow,
Mandew
my
versus Ground
my
Zero.
left toe hurts.
Mandew versus Six Stub Toe.
The entire game, you just keep taking damage from things you can't see.
My toe, my toe.
You keep tripping. You get like trip physics now.
What is this, brawl?
Exactly.
Mandew gets his arm amputated, and you get a robot arm.
That's a good
Mandew versus Kazuhiro Miller.
Is it a nano machine robot arm?
Maybe, I don't know. The Fan of Pain's not out yet.
It should be nano machines.
Gear Solid 4 in a nutshell a couple of days ago again, and I can't imagine, I can't think back to when I played the game and didn't think any 5 seconds they would say nano machines, but in reality they did literally everything, all the reasons were nano machines.
That was a big thing about Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Nano
It
machine.
made so much, they made it so sugar-coated that it was just it makes so much sense.
Yeah, they explained it so well, but they took so long to explain it.
It's like you go up into some guy that's just explaining, I don't know, English 101, he's using all this fucking language that's university, graduate school level, and then it's just, so in the end, that is how we use adjectives.
It's just
I
a
don't
game
understand that
dedicated
at all.
to
Nano machines?
tying up plot holes, fixing them.
Why don't
It
you
was
assume
so
the Fan of Pain's gonna rip open some new ones?
I hope so.
I don't
Probably.
think so.
Then Metal Gear Solid 6 will be about old Snake, and it's gonna be nano machines.
Even older Snake. Skeleton Snake!
That's spooky.
No, they're probably going, I'm hoping that they remake the first 2 games, so that,
I would rather them keep making new games.
It's wait, how is he alive when Snake is a skeleton? Nano machines.
no, he's just he's fucking Big Boss's dried out jerky ass body.
Lewd.
Snake, what happened? I'm Snake's clone. Young old Snake.
Young old Snake. No, but
How many snakes are there?
I really want them to remake Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2.
Right. Oh, like the original. Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool. I thought you were talking about Metal Gear Solid.
No.
They already
made
did
Metal
that.
Gear Solid.
Freaking Twin Snakes.
They
Just-
already remade Metal Gear Solid 1 with the inferior Twin Snakes.
It was inferior.
Shoutouts to Moon Hood.
As like anti-shout out to the anti-legend.
I was gonna make a joke about how the first or how Metal Gear Solid on the PS1 is better, but I honestly don't know anymore.
It was
You know-
pretty. It was pretty good.
You know what is the superior game? Metal Gear Solid 3D.
He's
Sure, I'm
right.
just going to say Metal Gear Solid 3, but I don't know about 3D. You can
It's
eat
in
Yoshi or something.
3D!
There's Yoshi's in 3D. Shut up.
You can eat the Yoshis in 3D. It's a very great time.
I don't think you even capture it. It's just like a fucking I don't know, sticker you take and then you eat it. I don't know.
It's like a little doll.
Yeah,
There's a
like
little Yoshi doll in Twin Snakes as well.
Yeah.
What do you- This is why I thought Big Boss would be in the new Smash, because fucking 3D. It was my whole hope.
Hey, there could still be DLC.
No, well, yeah, I'm
Maybe.
90% sure that they'll do DLC for
I
this
say
game.
could, but look, let's be honest. They found a gigabyte of data missing. There's going to be DLC.
Is it Gigabyte? What?
They found something about a gigabyte of data missing that's probably going to be added in as DLC or something.
Ooh, we'll
found
see
it?
how
Was
that goes.
that
There's a
gigabyte
lot there's a lot of speculation about if you buy both versions of the game and connect them together, you'll get Ridley.
No, it's because he's so big that he can't fit on just one console.
Well, there's
That-
some
that
other
one
characters too, but I just like to emphasize that the Ridley dream is still alive.
That 1 gigabyte of data is actually the removed data of Ice Climbers. They were 1 gigabyte worth.
That's sad. They actually tried to put them in, but they couldn't.
Curse you, 3DS. I sure
forgot
want
what
that.
I want to see their models.
You did. It's the trophy.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I guess. Shit, fuck you.
Look
So
forward to
lame.
examining that
So
trophy.
you
up
can
close.
tell how far late into the game they were trying to get them because the polar bears are still in Smash Round.
Oh, there's also a glitch where
Yeah.
if the audience cheers for Villager while he's facing Dr. Mario, they'll chant Nando Popo.
How does that even happen?
I have no idea, but they found the glitch.
Because you KO more than one Dr. Mario on Battlefield or something. It's a glitch.
But
well, I don't.
how?
I think, it's
Well,
just
it
Dr.
leads
Mario.
people to believe that Dr. Mario being in the game is him replacing Ice Climbers.
I could see it.
Well, no, it just doesn't make because if it's one chant per character, is there one chant per character, or if a character has multiple chants, then I can see it because
For all I know, they probably left it in intentionally too.
that makes more sense actually because it just seems so it just doesn't make sense.
I
How-
honestly can't imagine why it would happen, but apparently it happened. So
It happens.
It must be intentional. Like I can't.
it's just a
I mean-
bizarre Easter egg. Like, what's the logic behind it?
Like
We wanted to make you cry. Sakurai.
I mean, maybe it's not even real. I mean, can you?
There was
a-
a video on Game explaining it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's legitimate.
It's a really nicely done fake to just ruin all of their credit, their believability, whatever.
Shoutouts to Game Explain.
Don't
Credibility.
shout people out. No, it just makes from a programmer standpoint, it doesn't make sense. I would love to know why it does that.
That would be,
Yeah.
I'll agree to that. I'd love to know why.
Why does facing Dr. Mario change what clip would play
It's like
when
you have
you
to
cheer
be
people?
you have to be villager specifically and facing Dr. Mario and have the audience cheer.
Yeah,
Not
that
just
doesn't make
one Dr. Mario. You had to have multiple
Well,
Dr.
I
Marios
think the
KO'd
only-
at
I
the same time.
I think the only reason they had multiple Dr. Marios was to activate the chant. Or am I
Well,
yeah.
mistaken?
Because you have to kill multiple people.
Okay.
But I heard they tried it with different characters and it didn't happen. It
Weird.
just had to be double Dr. Marios.
That's so weird.
It's pretty weird.
I don't understand it.
I
It's sad.
know Dorko was talking about Smash Run earlier with me today. People have been speculating the fact that during Smash Run you cannot meet anybody.
I don't know if
I-
that's the case. I just
Well,
got the
I've heard
impression-
other after you told me about it, I actually looked up
Oh, really?
some stuff. But yeah, apparently other people think that. I'm like, what? Why? Why do you guys even under what basis? Like, is it just some panic that's spreading? You do. It's just extremely rare and it's stupid. And Sakurai is dumb because they might have changed it after PAX. I don't know. Maybe you are right. Maybe you cannot meet each other anymore. But during PAX, I've seen it happen. You
Maybe
could.
you
can't.
can do it locally, but you can't do it online.
Well, you can't do it online at all.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I guess the question is, Either
Wait, can you Smash Run online? That's so lame.
Yeah,
Who cares? As if you would actually do it online.
I would.
I would play Smash Brothers online. I mean, Smash Run online.
Smash Run isn't that fun.
You're not fun.
Actually, yeah, it doesn't look that much fun. I used to be so enthusiastic about it. It's the same. Actually, it's like literally the same thing I was tweeting about with Kirby Air Ride. It's like I used to love that game, and now it's like this is boring, and I never want to go back to it.
I can still
Yeah.
enjoy that game, but you have to do it with friends. I wouldn't want to do it by myself.
Yeah.
Go to your random
I just
fucking...
don't like City Trial anymore. I don't know how long Smash Run's gonna last for me.
I wanted to get Hyrule Warriors, but I didn't do that. The hype
I
is-
have it.
It's like a roller coaster of hype for me. Like I want.
Master Godzilla, what were you talking about earlier off podcast about Hyrule Warriors? And
Oh, right, yeah. The producer of Hyrule Warriors wants to make a Mario game.
I would love to see that because it sounds ridiculous.
Mushroom Kingdom Warriors would play.
I love.
Hello! It's a time for me to kick your ass!
I don't think Mario would say that in a Mushroom Kingdom Warriors.
Well,
There is a chain shop in Hyrule Warriors, so...
Dude, if you just see Mario swinging around Chain Chomp, I'd be like, dude, it's amazing. Or, oh my gosh,
No. Why
Pulls
have
up
Mario
right
do it when you can
after.
have Bowser do it?
that's true.
That's copyright by Square.
Oh.
Dude, I can't believe they got Gino. Not for
No,
Smash
no.
Brothers, but for this.
No, you don't understand. It's not copyright from Square because he used a Chink Link then.
That-
This is a chain shop. Come
Definitely.
on, get it right.
I have never wanted to kick somebody from a chat so hard.
It's true though.
I can only imagine what the roster would be. I can only imagine how we'd all be disappointed.
You get to place every Koopaling again.
Yeah.
But
Metal
no
Mario.
Waluigi.
Metal Mario.
No, I can see Waluigi in this one.
Miyamoto
only-
can.
I'm honestly having trouble trying to think if even Wario would make it. I don't even know about Waluigi.
Well, I'm just thinking
You see this hatted figure walking forward. You see a mustache and a nose. Comes out of the shadows. Foreman Spike is playable.
it's Irio.
Here we go.
Miyamoto just really hates any character he didn't invent.
Supposedly.
What is wrong with that man? Well, Miyamoto probably won't make the game then because he's not even supposed to be making games anymore. He retired.
Well, he can
He
still
did
he
a
can
game.
still give his advice, or rather,
His
you
advice
shouldn't
is
do
shit.
this.
He just tinkers with
Okay.
games now.
He comes into the Smash Bros room. By the way, Sakurai-san, no Waluigi playable. Please understand.
Sakurai's like, but he tried so hard.
He's not trying hard enough.
Please understand. Okay, goodbye.
I wish I could remember exactly what John Schwartz said. Stairfax temperature is it's like, hey, I see you got a fox in this game. We got a fox. You go for you. Just use our fox.
That's the one.
I
We got
fully
Fox.
wish
What about
Smart.
Fox?
Mushroom Kingdom Warriors now crossing over with Fox McCloud. Only Fox.
Yeah.
I wish they did that more.
Or is
Sorry,
it?
what?
I wish they would do that more. Have more cool crossovers.
They're doing plenty of cool crossovers as of late. I don't see it going away.
Yeah, like Phoenix Wright versus Ace Attorney.
No, Nintendo.
I mean, games like
And,
freaking
Mario Kart's
Uh,
doing it now.
yeah,
I
like
heard
freaking
Ace did
Tekken and Bayonetta have the costumes and stuff, and
Oh yeah,
Monster
eh?
Hunter. There's
Wait,
a lot
Tekken-
of
Monster Hunter.
Tekken
Okay,
has
fine.
costumes of what?
I
freaking
like
freaking Isabelle is just hopping in a bunch of different games now.
This is just Bill's waifu.
I like that the guys who were making Bayonetta with the Link costume, they gave her the undershirt, and then Nintendo came up and like, no, you gotta take off that undershirt.
She's got to be naked, guys.
It's gotta be. We gotta see her boobs. Sorry.
Good job, Japan. Keep on.
That is
top.
a very surprising thing to hear.
The freaking Peach and Daisy outfit to mini skirts.
Well, at least there is a Daisy outfit.
Oh yeah.
Shoutouts to Daisy.
We won't be hearing you whining on that front.
You know I win.
Who knows? One day she'll
Cloud
make me in Smash
outfit
Brothers.
gets me more than anything else.
That's the best outfit.
Fucking pistols are R-wings. And they make the right sounds too when you shoot with them.
Oh, yeah.
That is a pretty
For
good detail.
Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw
It
a
does the 64 sound effect.
I saw a tweet that I think Kamiya, he said that the fox costume was his idea. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which costume you're talking about now. That one kind of looks awkward on her, but I like the
I
pistol.
think that's the joke.
Yeah.
Everything
It's
else
weird.
works there. Then you got that with R-wing pistols.
R-wing pistols are a great idea. I don't know what you're talking about. No, but like, I would love if they had made a actual, like, legitimate crossover with Mario and Sonic, and not that shit that we got.
I don't think we're ever getting that.
That'll
Like,
never happen.
like-
It'd be amazing.
Like, what's the fucking like deal? Like, people ate up your fucking Olympic Games. Like,
They
you
still
imagine-
are.
Do you imagine if you actually make a real game, and you put that out there for $60 on the Wii U and Wii U?
Well-
I was gonna say the Sega system.
I
I forgot the
honestly
Sega.
can't imagine. I honestly can't imagine how you would make a game like that. It'd probably be just as awkward as Sonic Generations, swapping between two characters like that with different level design.
Listen, they can
You know,
think of something.
they
That's
kinda
good.
started doing that
Actually,
with
no,
Lost
I'm
World.
trying to think of something.
I'm trying to think too, but like, I don't want to think too hard, or else I'll
They-
explode.
They kind of started that with Lost World with that Yoshi's Island DLC.
Oh, I forgot about that too.
Closest we'll ever
I
It's
get.
forgot Lost World existed.
It's another crossover example where
Yeah.
Apparently, the
Sonic has
Hyrule stage is the best game level in the game.
Oh shit, yeah.
Isn't it because it's actually kind of like open or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hey, would you look at that? The best level from a Sonic game is an open one? What does that sound like? Adventure. Yes.
Adventure didn't have any open levels except for like Knuckles, so that doesn't count.
That counts.
Honestly, I don't know if I really describe Sonic's levels as open. I guess there was some open parts, partially because you walk through Knuckles areas.
Yeah. But no, they're pretty linear. Like I just recently played through Sonic Story and Sonic Adventure, and it's pretty. It's straight linear, except for the time you walk through Knuckles areas.
And then
I
there's
guess
also
just
that.
because you get the ability to move freely. I just tried. Okay, I was playing Sonic Generations before this, and Jesus shit! If you try to even like move a little bit backwards to adjust yourself, the game flips out. It's like
Oh, the game gets so mad.
Hold the fuck up! Are you trying to go any direction that's not forward and not pressing X? Are you kidding me? You can't do that.
Yeah, back. You can't go back in that game.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't even left and right. You can only kind of tilt left and right.
Well, at least you got the freaking shifting left, right, and also drifting.
Well, if you're classic Sonic, you can only go left and right.
If you're in a 2D segment, it's even modern Sonic.
But
You're
also
left to right,
kill
right.
yourself for that too, Sega. Like, what the fuck? Why? It's like you're reading the descriptions of the levels, right? Play as classic Sonic, the 2D side-scrolling platform, and it's just like when you read 3D Sonic, it's just like play as modern Sonic, where it's sometimes 3D and sometimes 2D. Like, that sounds really awkward.
Well,
you know?
hey, it's a proper representation of where Sonic has gone.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
It is horrible, but it's accurate.
it is accurate.
Doesn't mean they should have put it in there. Fucking shit. Could have been like, hey, so we thought about it, we're making Generations, but this time it's Sonic Adventure style. You can clip through walls.
The Sonic 06 level is completely accurate.
We took the file straight from the PlayStation 3.
I remember a few days ago, I even said the Crisis City was not that bad, and then I proceeded to just find so many things wrong with it, and I'm like, never mind, this is terrible.
I still like Crisis
Generations?
City.
In Generations, yeah, I was like, I like Crisis City because I remembered it was so
Oh,
fun.
in Generations, I don't like it. I don't like anything. I tried. Okay, I tried so hard. I like Green Hill Zone, and I like Chemical Plant Zone. Sky Sanctuary shit. Radical Highway is alright.
You mean Speed Highway?
Speed Highway, whatever.
I make the same mistake too.
Everyone makes that mistake.
City Escape is pretty good. And then that's it. That's all I can like.
I guess I agree with that. Well,
Yeah,
Unleashed
but-
was pretty fun. The stage.
Let me think. Okay, the first three, like, I actually really like Sky Sanctuary.
It got
I guess-
going after trying to do, like, I'm trying to 100% it, so I did all of the missions in Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant Zone, and I had fun with it. And then I tried to do some of them in Sky Sanctuary, and I finished, like, 2 of them, and I was like, fuck, I'm not doing this right now.
I had no. You know what? You think that's bad? The last 3 levels missions are just some of them are ridiculous.
I just don't like the level as a thing. I don't remember what the last 3
No,
levels.
well, I like the first 3. I really like Sky Sanctuary. Fun memories, I guess. Speed Highway is really good. City Escape for modern is really good. The classic,
Classic one's just really awkward,
The
because there's a
Classic
lot
one
of,
has
like,
some cool ideas with it.
It does,
I like
it
how the
does.
truck is there, but
it does. It's just I can't think of any specific points, but there's just some really. The skateboard's kind of awkward.
yeah,
it's
they're
kind of
pretty
like,
awkward.
it's
There's some
weird
ridiculous-
because of, it reminds me of, like, those vertical levels that are, like, challenges. Because there's just a lot of walls, just like there's a lot of like you got to keep going up and down and shit, and it's weird. It's just kind of an awkward level.
The Sonic Hero stage can eat a dick.
They
Crisis
are like
City-
obsessed with Seaside Hill. I don't
yeah,
get it.
it's terrible. That stage sucked in the original.
I think any other choice from Heroes would have been better.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked the city. That
It's
was
Team
fun.
Roast's version of all the levels. Sorry.
You know what? Crisis City, I don't hate it. I like it more than Seaside Hill. It definitely has its problems. Rooftop Run is amazing.
Yeah.
That's the worst level.
The Sonic Color stage is long as shit.
Oh, I hate the color stage.
I hate the color stage. I hate colors.
I probably do hate Sonic colors. Oh.
It was a good idea. It's just they made it so long. Because there's a lot of stage, I guess, but they just made it. It didn't have to be that long.
I don't like the alien powers. I just don't.
Classics alien power is kind of annoying, especially how maze-like the level is set up. Modern Sonic's a lot more linear, so it's not as bad, and the Rocket's pretty straightforward. It's just so long. It doesn't need to be that long.
But it's the final level, though. It has to be 20 hours.
No,
I never thought about it, but it really bothers me that there's only like 6 levels.
There's 9.
Well, acts don't count.
There's 9.
There's 9.
There's yeah, there's 9.
How is 6 times 2 9 anyway?
I don't know.
You're so drunk.
It's fuck you. It's because I didn't count the levels I didn't
At
like.
this point, you should just be pretending you're drunk.
Make you look better.
Yeah.
Oh, the duo burn.
High five over the internet, Dorko.
That's like our brother's attack.
You guys are assholes. Kill yourself, please.
We have to have like matching last names now, Dorko.
This was the last episode of Chax Breakers.
Our new constant host, Storko 6 and Mescazilla.
What the fuck? Why do you guys keep replacing me every time? Like, what is fuck you?
We'll call it Chax Break.
I don't know
No.
about this.
No, we're kicking 6 out. It's just gonna be me and Dorko now.
No, let me include me, please.
You have to go make games.
Oh, you're right. Actually, I really want to go play Hyrule Warriors. It's just sitting there and I want to play it.
Mandew.
I'm touching it now.
But Mandew.
Fuck, Mandew. I want to play Hyrule Warriors.
Mandew.
Hyrule Warriors.
Upside down machine.
Remember how we said everything will always lead back to Sonic?
I was
before
gonna
the
say that,
podcast
and we just
started,
got-
and it did.
It's Smash Bros. Too.
Well,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's only
I didn't
because it's flavor of the month right now.
Oh, it totally is.
Well,
I
I know
didn't
last
even
few
finish
more
talking
months.
about Four Witches. Like, I totally started talking about Four Witches and we got sidetracked.
Well, what more can you, or do you want to say about it?
I only gave like 2 sentences and like, oh, it's kind of like Super Mario RPG, and then it just derailed.
I think you can wait before talking more about it when there's more done.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a ton done. You guys have no idea how much is done.
I feel like
There's
you
a
should,
lot done.
you-
That's how I sat down and watched the live stream. There's quite a bit done.
Like, well, I didn't show that much in the live stream.
Oh yeah, but I saw walking.
Oh yeah, walking. Well, that's been done for like the
Yeah,
entire
well,
game.
you know what I think? I think we've been on for too long.
You're
what
right.
is the time on our thing?
Oh, it's like an hour, like 20 minutes.
Oh snap. Okay, I'm gonna go play Hyrule Warriors.
Okay. That was Chax Break.
Wait, 20
Oh.
minutes? What?
You're so drunk.
What did you say?
Megafire was drunk during this podcast.
Enjoy your wife in Warrior 6.
He's gone. He left.
Good night, everybody.
Good. Remove those parts about my burns.